What it do, everybody? Welcome back to another entertainment video. Thanks for stopping by, y'all. If you're new, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Thanks for coming through. If you already been here, thanks for coming through again. I appreciate the love, appreciate the support. But regardless, hit the like button, drop a comment, hit subscribe, share the videos. Let's just keep growing the community. But today, y'all, we got to talk about the Chicago Bears. We got to talk about the Chicago Bulls. It's Wednesday. I've already got through the heartache of what happened on Sunday. So let's just get right into it, guys. The Chicago Bears will have a brand new head coach next year. They lost to the Packers on a blocked kick as time expired. The Bears are now 5-17 in one-score games under Matt Eberflus since 2022. That's the worst record in the NFL. Last season, the Bears lost 6 one-score games alone, and in 3 of those games, they had a 90% win probability in the fourth quarter. So this season already, we've lost 4 one-score games. So last year 6, this year 4, 1 on a Hail Mary, 1 on that last second block kick. And it's just been absolutely heartbreaking. Not sure what else the team could do. But under new OC Thomas Brown, they did have a strong showing. Bears had more total yards, more first downs, did better on third and fourth down, and even led the Packers in time of possession. So it kind of shows you Matt Eberflus, these tight situational spots, he doesn't make the right moves, doesn't make the right decision. In the Hail Mary, we let them run a play where they were able to get a lot closer, where it made that throw a little bit easier for Daniels. And then this last weekend, we had time for at least another play, whether to go for a touchdown or get a little bit closer into field goal range, and Eberflus decided not to do that. We go for the field goal. Cairo Santos, known for kind of kicking low or lower than most kickers, his angle or the trajectory of the kick, gets it blocked. Bears lose. And it's just been nonstop piling on Matt Eberflus season. But you can't blame anybody. We know what we want. We want to win, and that's just not what's happening out here. Crazy part is the Bears are now 2-17 versus the Packers since November of 2014. So not only are we losing, we're losing to our biggest rival. We're losing a game that we shouldn't have lost. We did everything better, more yards, more first downs, better on third down and fourth down conversions, even had more time of possession, and we still lost the game. But it ties right back into Bears being 5-17 in one-score games under Matt Eberflus. Bears lost 6 one-score games last year. They've lost 4 one-score games so far this year. So at this point, guys, I think we're running out of people to blame. First, it started with Caleb. Then it went Waldron. He got fired. Eberflus, I think your time's up, buddy. So enjoy the last few games on the Bears this season, because after that, you're gone, brother. But let's take a look at maybe some good highlights from the game. And I pulled up Twitter, which is where you go for the juice. So right here, we could see these are 3 plays that happened. Caleb got us into field goal position. So although he didn't throw for a touchdown, he still played really good. And we can see right here, these are the plays that he was making. This one was nasty. Yeet. Boom. And this was to get us the fourth down. And then you see Caleb like, let's go, let's go. Right here, craziest throw of the week. Back shoulder. Rome Odunze, rookie on rookie. Then here, come on, man. Putting it where nobody else can get it. And right here, I was at my boys' crib. We were going crazy. I'm like, yo, what is happening? We look like a competent team. It's a little bit sad because we got there and then the field goal gets missed. And these are some of those games I was talking about. So, where'd it go? So Matt Eberflus has lost all of these games here. Packers this year, we had a 71% chance to win. Commanders on the Hail Mary, 96. Browns last year, 91. Lions, 98. Broncos, 98. Lions a couple years ago, 95. And we lost. The odds of all 6 being losses is some crazy number here that I don't even understand, but tiny. A lot smaller than 1. Just shows you guys we need a new coach, y'all. And then right here, you see some evolution from Caleb, 94% PFF grade, whatever that means, 92% passing grade on blitz. So he looked pretty good. And right here, Rex Ryan gave a pretty big shout out. If you're a Bears fan, best thing that happened, your quarterback looked good and you lost, you could get a new coach. And that's the truth. Unfortunately, I do think like we have to lose. We have to suck. If not, they're just going to bring back Eberflus, which is the last thing I want. But the next question we got to talk about, guys, and we have to get into this because we all know Eberflus is going to get fired, is who is going to be the next head coach of the Chicago Bears. Obviously, the names that we wish we could hear are people like Mike Vrabel, Bill Belichick. I mean, those would be two great names to see here. But the more names that we're seeing online, obviously Ben Johnson from the Lions, which that might even be wishful thinking. Maybe it's Cliff Kingsbury, offensive coordinator right now for the Redskins. Maybe even Todd Monken, Baltimore Ravens offensive coordinator. So there's a lot of options floating out there, different ideas. Even Kevin Stefanski from Cleveland, which I hate to say it, but I feel like that's who we'll end up going with, will be somebody like Kevin Stefanski, somebody that, yeah, he knows offense, but he's not going to push up against general managers. He's not going to push up against ownership. So I don't know what we're thinking here. Wish list wise, I definitely would say Bill Belichick. I mean, bring him in. He's ran with Bill Belichick. My bad. I don't want to say Bill Belichick. So on my wish list, I would say Bill Belichick, but that's probably not going to happen. So random idea, throwing it out there. Rex Ryan, he talks good about the Bears. His dad, Buddy Ryan, was on the Super Bowl team, defensive coordinator in '85. And guess what? Next year's the 40th year anniversary of the '85 Super Bowl. So I say we bring in Rex Ryan, bring in Cliff Kingsbury to run the offense, reignite a little bit of that '85 magic. You never know, guys. You got to throw narratives out there, though. So my wish list, Bill Belichick, but you never know. I think we got to go with Rex Ryan. Like I said, his dad, Buddy Ryan, defensive coordinator for that '85 Super Bowl winning team on the Bears. Next year, 2025 is the 40th anniversary of that team. So narrative-wise, bringing in Rex Ryan kind of makes some sense. And if we do bring in Rex, I say you bring in Cliff Kingsbury as the offensive coordinator. That's a solid duo. Somebody that Chicago usually leans on the defense, which I don't always agree, but I think that's a good duo. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know who you think we should bring in. Is it somebody we mentioned? Is it Cliff Kingsbury? Is it a Cliff Kingsbury? Is it a Kevin Stefanski? Is it a Ben Johnson if we're being optimistic? Maybe, people are saying Kyle Shanahan. We never know. But Bears this week going to be going up to Minnesota. I believe they're going to Minnesota. Let's double check. I know they're playing Minnesota, but we don't know. I can't remember if that's where they're playing or they're in Chicago. I'm pretty sure they got to be in Minnesota. They're going to Minnesota. Are they home? They're at Chicago. They're in Soldier Field, guys. So Bears, Soldier Field. We're 4-6 now. Things are falling apart quickly, but we'll see what happens. We're 2 games away just from being right there. But let's get into some other exciting news. On Monday night, a couple days back, the Chicago Bulls beat the Pistons 122-112. The game was tied at 95 with 8:46 left to go, but Zach Lavine caught fire. He scored 9 straight points during a 12-3 Bulls run. Lavine scored 16 of his 25 points in the fourth quarter, making 6 3-point shots. Vooch had yet another double-double, 29 points, 12 rebounds. And one of my favorite young players on the Pistons, Cade Cunningham, had 26 points, 10 assists. Bulls got out-rebounded, but they did shoot 50% from 3, which carried them to the win. So next game for the Bulls is tonight against the Bucks. The Bucks are struggling, so Bulls have a chance to get this dub. The only thing is the Bulls have played absolutely horrible at home, but they are playing good on the road. And the good thing is tonight's game is in Milwaukee. So like I said, Bulls are now 5-4 on the road, only 1-5 at home. Wish me luck. I'm going to be watching them I'm going to be watching them this Friday when they're at home against the Hawks. So I copped some tickets to go to that NBA Cup or the Emirates NBA Cup game this Friday. They're going to be playing up against the Hawks. I'm excited to see that game, but right now we've only won 1 game at home. I don't know how that makes any sense. You would think as a bad team we would probably win more at home, but you take a look here at the standings and you can see the Bulls, for some odd reason, playing like dog water at the United Center. I didn't check the matchups, but right here, 5-4 on the road, so we're a game over, and then 1-5 at home. Let's see if we find out who we've played at home preseason. So we lost to the OKC. That's a good one. We beat the Thunder. Lost to the Jazz. Lost to the Minnesota. Cleveland. So a couple of these games I see, Cleveland is still undefeated, I believe. I think they're still undefeated. Obviously, Minnesota was in the conference finals last year. The Jazz, I don't think we should be losing to the Jazz at home. Thunder, one of the best teams in the NBA so far. But Bulls got to bounce back. They finally looked like a real team the other day. Lavine's playing better, Kobe White. And you take a look at some of the stats from that game as you kind of see the offense actually fits together. I don't think we're like a high-level winning team, but at least as far as the structure of the team, it actually makes a little bit more sense when you look at how the team's put together. So Patrick Williams, definitely a little bit underwhelming, but he's still a good defender. Then you got Vooch, who's been playing lights out this year. Kobe White, who's been playing pretty good this year. You see a little bit, why does it look like that? A little bit of everything from the starting lineup where Giddey, Mr. almost getting a triple-double, 11 points, 10 assists, 8 rebounds. Zach Lavine was going off in the fourth. Vooch has been looking good. And realistically, this is good news for the trade market. So I know a lot of people probably want to see the Bulls win, play better. I want to see them win. I like seeing competitive basketball. But the good thing is that Lavine and Vooch right now are boosting up that trade value. So keep hooping Lavine, keep hooping Vooch. We're not going anywhere this year. So at least if you boys can play good, build up some value before February, we'll get you out of here. Hopefully get some assets in return. And let's just start tanking, guys. I need that Cooper Flag season in full effect. Let's be competitive. Let's play good. I'm happy we beat teams like the Pistons that we should be beating. But it's going to be an interesting way to see what happens the rest of the year because besides that starting five, our bench is pretty cheeks. I mean, they got some good hustle players, but once we do get rid of people like Lavine and Vooch, if we do get rid of them, which I think we will, we're going to be in full tank on rebuild mode. I don't know what we're doing right now, but it's going to be good rest of the year, guys. We're finally a little bit more competitive. I think what we needed was Vooch and Lavine to build up some value. Vooch is a free agent after this year, so if he just played like dog water, he's going to be walking out, nothing happening. But Lavine absolutely balling out, and I think that's one thing to look forward to as a Bulls fan this season is Vooch is playing good, Lavine's playing good, which means we can actually trade them. So that's good news, guys. I think that's an improvement from where we stood a couple months ago where they both had no trade value. Now their trade value is on the rise. So we better get them out of here because it's Cooper Flag season, y'all. But thanks for stopping by. Another entertainment video. Hit the like button. Drop a comment. Hit subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. The Bears, Eberflus is probably gone. We already know that. So who are we going to get? Are we going to get a big name? Is there a Vabro coming in? Is there a Belichick coming in? Is there a Rex Ryan maybe coming in? Ben Johnson? Or is it going to be somebody goofy like a Kevin Stefanski or some random OC that we've never heard of? Drop a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Deuces.